guys, I'm Aaron with PhoneDog.com. You know, it's been an exciting couple of weeks for BlackBerry users with the BlackBerry Torch 9800 coming out on AT&T. It's a new piece of hardware, new form factor, and new software. Familiar but fresh, as RIM executives call it. I want to show you text messaging. I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but I want to show you the threaded text messaging. Let's type just a number. I'm typing hello. Buttons are a little bit different down here. When you close it, you'll notice the option for the on-screen QWERTY button is there. The send button showing, this is a kind of a groups button showing me what numbers I'm sending to. Paperclip for attachments. And then the little notepad for the next unopened message. So we'll just type hello. It's going to come back because obviously 5551234 is not a real number. But I just want to show you, it gives you kind of a bubble style text messaging display there. It should come back and tell me that it's not a real number. And I hope it does because I want to show you. Yep, there we go. Invalid number. Because it's coming from a different number, it set it up as a second second text messaging icon or thread there. But you can see it's like bubbles. And if you really want to, you can change that in the menu. Shows you that some of the old BlackBerry things are intact. And you'll notice the menu structure is different. It's customized, and grouped in folder form. So message display and actions, inbox management versus having them all up and down just in random order, or alphabetical order rather. Finally, out of the box on the Torch, BlackBerry App World is actually installed. So out of the box, click the icon. This is one of the few programs that is installed. Loads right up, and you can check through the App Store, find programs that interest you. Search term, by categories. So one of the frustrations I had about BlackBerry, they were shipping these devices even after BlackBerry App World came into existence. They were shipping them either with just the icon where you had to download, they weren't shipping it included at all. So it's kind of hard to, sell your App Store if it's not installed on the device out of the box. Let's look at the camera. Yeah, save to the media card. It comes with a 4 GB media card out of the box. And let's just look at the camera. I'm going to take a quick picture of my cat, for example, who's sitting over here on the ledge. And you can see it's a 5 megapixel camera. And it's a pretty decent picture. Certainly no comparison to the iPhone 4, the Evo, the Droid Incredible, the 5 megapixel camera on the iPhone, or the 8 megapixel cameras on the Droid Incredible or the Evo. But it's a much better camera than the 3.2 megapixels of the past. Let's look at the editing options. Flash on, flash off. Scene modes, which is a new thing. Auto, face detection, portrait, sports. You can customize based on where you're at. If you're in landscape, or if you're watching a sports game where it's fast moving, you can customize there. The picture will be optimized based on what you're taking it of. So one of the exciting things about the BlackBerry Torch 9800 is the fact that it's a little bit more media-centric. One of the frustrations BlackBerry users always had was in comparison to OSs on the market now, the browser was terrible. And on the Torch 9800, it's the first device to actually offer a WebKit browser. And while it's still, I would argue that it's still not perfect, there's still some checkerboarding, which we may see when we dive into it. It's a huge improvement over the browser of the past. Still kind of lags in comparison to some of the other devices on the market. But let's have a look at it. It's a significant improvement. I can either scroll up with my mouse. You notice right when I get up to the top, it highlights the URL entry area. So let's just type in PhoneDog. Significant improvement versus the browser of the past. Let's watch it load. Pinch to zoom capabilities as well. Just fantastic. But you'll notice, especially if I try to operate it while it's loading, you'll see some checkerboarding. It's just generally a little bit laggy on the browser front. I don't know if that's because of the 624 megahertz processor. When it first came out, a lot of the critics complained that it wasn't offering a 1 gigahertz processor. Outside of the browser, I haven't had any lag, that makes me think it needs a faster processor. But I think you may see it at points in the browser. Pinch to zoom works well. See the checkerboarding there? Apple, and it shows our articles. scrolls up and down. So you can notice even when I'm scrolling, there's a little bit of lag there. And then I'm pinch to zooming now. And it's kind of frozen. And all of a sudden it's zoomed out. You can see there's a little bit of lag right there. So it's, it's an improvement, don't get me wrong. And it's nice to have the WebKit browser. I can log into accounts from my device, but that may be frustrating for people that are coming from, transplants from, again, Android or iPhone, who are used to, a great browser that operates pretty quickly. And while this is a significant improvement, you can still see some checkerboarding, a little bit of lag. Again, there, checkerboarding again. There. So let's go in real quick to, let's scroll up rather. Have a look at the tabs. Offers you tabs now, so if I want to open a second window, I can click there. And let's just say I want to browse the news. So we'll go to CNN, the most trusted name in news. And it's going to open the mobile page, so there really won't be any pinch to zoom options rather, that you can see there. And then if I want to go back to Phone Dog, shows that there's 2 windows open. Click on that, scroll right over, jump back to Phone Dog. So again, nice options in the browser. Is it up to par with other ones on the market? I'll let you be the judge there. But I found that in my testing there was a little bit of lag and checkerboarding and things that frustrated me over time, not necessarily right out of the box, but after a couple of days of using it, I did get frustrated on that front. As I was saying earlier, the menu structure is completely revised in BlackBerry 6. When you go to options, you'll notice that instead of being an alphabetized, list of options, it's grouped very much by, sounds and ringtones, networks and connection, by similar tasks, if you will. So, for example, let's go into display just to show you. Lots of changes, and they're minor changes, but notice, let's see, screen display, optimized again for the touch screen with the big buttons. Storm users will remember that. And home screen preferences, a little bit different there. So typing universal search, we can change our wallpaper. And we'll use that. And then set as wallpaper. Just want to show you that downloads folder, you can set to home. But a little bit different there. You can go down to third-party applications, a little bit of a different structure. And existing BlackBerry users, I know when I pulled the device out of the box, it took me about 2 days to get used to this new menu structure, when for the past 2 years, well, even more than that, for the past 4 years, across all the the BlackBerry platforms, the operating systems that were in the 4s and the 5s had a very similar options menu. So it took me a couple of days to get used to that. So in a nutshell, a long nutshell, that's the BlackBerry Torch 9800 with BlackBerry 6. New hardware, new software, new platform for RIM, and it's something that I think will appease existing BlackBerry users. Will it sway people from iPhone or Android? Not quite sure. They're used to a more media-centric experience, and cloud computing seems to be taking off. That being said, existing BlackBerry users that were contemplating switching should be pretty happy with the 9800, so I would recommend, if you're an existing BlackBerry user or somebody that's new to smartphone platforms, check out the Torch 9800, see what you think. I think with the new social media integration and think the new media-centric functionality, the browser, I think it's definitely a worthy competitor to the other operating systems on the market. So much more coverage to come on PhoneDog.com. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, PhoneDog_Aaron. Ask me any questions you have about the Torch 9800, and I'll do my best to answer those if I can. Thanks for watching. I'm PhoneDog Aaron. Have a great day.